Hello everyone, this is Will with DisneyInfinity.tv bringing you the Avengers Play Set review. So I had high hopes for this playset. It's the playset that comes included with the game, and so I was hoping that it would be something like 1.0 with the breadth and the length and quality of the three playsets included in that. It started out great with this introduction here, this little cutscene, very reminiscent of the Avengers cartoon that's currently on Disney. Had some humor in there, and it really set things up really well. It kind of brought you into the action. It kind of reminded me like the start of one of those episodes. Unfortunately though, this was one of the few story highlights, and it all kind of went downhill from here. But that's okay. This is the introduction, and it brings you to the tutorial, which is very similar to any tutorial. It kind of gives you the lay of the land of how the game works, what the different buttons do, and kind of your overview of your abilities. Nothing too robust and fantastic. I did find that it did kind of go on for a little bit too long. I'm an experienced gamer, so it was a little bit too much for me, but maybe it was good to have it that length for maybe newer players. So the thing about this game, a lot of people are criticizing, is the simplistic and pretty redundant missions. The city itself is pretty interesting, with the kind of snow giants attacking the city and this constant snow happening. I'm curious to see how the Spider-Man playset is going to hold up after this one, because they both take place in different versions of Marvel's New York. I enjoyed the traversal of the city, flying around. Each character brought its own level of mobility, some flying, some using vehicles, so that was a lot of fun. The enemies I actually found pretty interesting, and I enjoyed fighting them. They weren't enemy fodder too much, and the different battles really added to it. So the Avengers Play Set includes crossover characters. You can use either Rocket Raccoon, as you're seeing here, or you can also use Nova. This is great. It adds value to the play set, something that fans really hoped and wished for, and it's something that I find myself enjoying. Now the Avengers playset, you can play with quite a few different characters. You can play with Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Nova as a crossover character, Rocket Raccoon as a crossover character, Black Widow, and then Hawkeye. So you definitely have some diversity in play styles with each one of these characters, and for that reason it's very good. It reminded me a little bit of the Incredibles playset. Now, although the missions themselves didn't have much variety, the mission givers did, and that's something that I also really liked about this playset. You see a lot of characters from the Marvel Universe, both having to do with the Avengers in the movies and cartoons, but also just the Marvel comics in general. Here you can see Captain Marvel is a mission giver, which is great. You also have Wasp as a mission giver, Nick Fury, and that's probably why he is not a playable character. And then you also have Lady Sif, who comes up in a later mission, and that's just really cool. It was cool seeing her in there, especially when I was playing as Thor and having them in the cutscene together. Now Lady Sif comes in a very interesting part of the game, the playset. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but it was somewhat reminiscent of the Cars stunt park, and that's all I'm going to say, but it does, once you complete that, give you a really cool vehicle that you get to use in the toy box. Now one thing I was disappointed in with this game is, again no spoilers, but was the boss at the end of the game. So the final mission, you have to go up against this big boss. You can probably guess who that may be. I found it very difficult at first, so I had to go through each one of my characters, dying, and then I eventually had to restart because I ran out of characters, which, although that's a great mechanic, I did find the secret of beating this, and that was using a flying character to stay away from the majority of the attacks, and then just kind of choose your counter, and then it made it pretty easily. Overall, I did enjoy the Avengers. I feel it was very lacking compared to the starter set of the first game, but it does make me even more excited to play Spider-Man and then Guardians of the Galaxy. So I hope you enjoyed the review of the Avengers Play Set. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. You can also find us at DisneyInfinity.tv and find us at Twitch, DisneyInfinityTV.